and welcome to my kitchen. Now I'm trying very hard to stay out of the frame here because I wanted you to see my stove. Jocelyn accidentally caught the corner of this stove in a video some months ago, and since then I have gotten many requests for a better view of the stove. Well, here it is. Behold my stove. However, the star of our show today is not the stove, it's actually this. And this is an Uno shade. Now, this is a bridge lamp. An Uno shade was designed to go on a bridge lamp. And a bridge lamp is just a floor lamp with an arm stretching out. This lamp could be slid right up against the side of a table, and the arm allowed the light to shine on the activity on the table, which was a card game. That's where the name of the lamp comes from, so that it didn't take up any space on the table, but allowed you to play cards. They were also very convenient for sliding behind a chair and shining light over your shoulders so you could read. And yes, this is back at the dawn of time when all we ever did was read books and play cards. Now, if you take a look at this, you can see this rather resembles a bridge. And personally, I think that's why the name bridge lamp caught on, instead of canasta or poker or any of the other card games. I think it was just sort of intuitive that this would have been called a bridge lamp. Now let me show you another Uno shade. Right, here it is up close. Now this ring is threaded on the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but it is threaded. And the exterior of that light socket is also threaded. And you just sort of screw the Uno shade onto the lamp, and that's how it works. The only thing that is holding that shade on the lamp is the arm that's screwed into the socket. Great idea. However, as you can see, this is not going to work on a standard lamp harp. No way. But we're going to take a look at this today because this is where the bargains in vintage shades are these days. Uno shades. However, it's not much of a bargain if you can't use it. So when we come back, we're going to take a look at a quick fix that will turn this Uno shade into a standard lamp shade for about 50 cents. It won't take more than 2 minutes. So, big deal. We'll see you in a few minutes after I rearrange all this. Okay, well, we're back. Now, we've already seen what an Uno shade is, so let's very quickly take a look at a standard shade, or what is called a spider shade. This is a standard lampshade. It goes on an ordinary lamp harp. This is the kind of shade you're most used to seeing. Now, this shade, as you can see, works differently than the Uno shade. It doesn't screw onto anything. It simply sits on top of a lamp harp, or, let me see if I can, yes, something like this, which is called a shade rest. But it sits on something a finial screws on. Hey, no big deal. Unless you have an Uno shade, in which case, in order to use it on a lamp like this, you have to turn it into a spider shade. Now, there are adapters. I know some companies that allegedly carry them, but frankly, I haven't seen them in stock for years. And when they were in stock, they were $6 or $7 a piece, and it was another $5 or $6 shipping. We're going to do this for less than 50 cents. And I know I said it would take less than 2 minutes, but frankly, I was including the amount of time it takes to let my hot melt glue gun heat up. So this is going to be super fast. This is an Art Deco lamp. It's beautiful. Look at this, and let me show you the harp. This is a cast bronze harp. Now, this is all original. You can tell an older lamp by things like this. Cast bronze harp with all the detailing that's never going to be seen beneath the shade. And also, please notice the finial screw is 1/4 of an inch. That's not uncommon with older lamps. Newer lamps have 1/8-inch finial screws. So, I'm going to take this over. Try not to drop anything, and take our Uno shade. Wait, this is what we're going to take a look at first. This is what we're going to use. This is an 1.5-inch washer. It's an 1.5 inch wide, just across. This one I painted bronze. This is how they come. They're steel. This is the package I got them in, 3 for 97 cents at Walmart. So we're looking at 32 cents worth of washer here. And while I am gluing this, I'm just going to just pop a little glue on this. While I'm doing this, I should probably take this opportunity to mention that even though I have no idea why anyone calls that a spider shade, I have even less idea of why anyone calls this an Uno shade. Uno is U-N-O, all caps, so it doesn't mean one in Spanish. It stands for something, and I don't know what that is, and I've looked. Uncle Norbert's ovaries, I have no idea. Now, here we go. I just glued our washer on the underside of our little Uno opening here. That's it. It's done. That's how long it took. Now, we're just going to pop this right on here. Here's our finial. This finial, by the way, is original to this lamp. As I said, deco all the way. It's hard to imagine anything more deco than all of these angles. And here is our lamp. Now, this is fitting a little loose. Not a big deal. If I want to tighten this up, I can do it in a couple of different ways. I can drop another washer here, or I can do what I usually do, which is I make my own washers out of a little piece of felt. I just take the felt, cut a little circle, cut an X in the circle, drop it over. That's one of my favorite things to do when I need to take up a little bit of extra space between the bottom of the shade rest and the finial. It serves to cushion the metal parts, softens everything up, and it takes up a little extra space. In this case, I'm probably just going to drop another washer under there. Now, many of our viewers seem to have what I consider to be a completely irrational hatred of hot glue. I swear it's as if bands of hot glue got together and insulted their mothers. Whenever you use hot glue, you can be absolutely assured somebody is going to write in and say, hot glue is terrible, why do you use it? Well, in this case, why I use it is because hot glue will hold those washers in place, and if I decide I want to remove it, it's very easy to remove, and it leaves no residual damage behind on the lampshade. The washer I could care less about, but I don't want this lampshade unnecessarily damaged. However, out of deference to our hot glue haters, here's what we're going to do. This is our 1.5 inch shade. Our 1.5 inch washer. These are 1.25 inch washers. as it happens, this little opening right here is just about 1.25 inches. So we're going to pancake these together. 3.25 inch washers, 1.5 inch washer on the bottom. I'm going to just pop it up here. Now I'm going to tighten this finial down, but not all the way. I want some movement left. Now, I drop this on, it's good and secure. Now I tighten. Okay. That's going to fall right back into its original position. Just drop it right back in place. I can do this all afternoon, and it's just going to drop right back in line because those 3.25 inch washers are filling up that little hole in the Uno shade, the little opening, and here it is. As I say, I can do this all afternoon. So that's our solution for people who don't like hot glue. Now, the shade can be removed without touching the finial. That might be advantageous for some people. Other people might not like it. If you don't like it, well, here's the hot glue. Just glue that stack of washers together. If you don't want the shade to be removed and you don't like hot glue, I would try just double stick tape or maybe super glue or whatever you choose. But here's how we can do it very quickly, very easily. Now, why is this so much of a big deal? Well, this is a 1950s mid-century fiberglass shade. I got this at an antique mall in this condition for about $15 or $16. They were asking $20, but there was either 20 or 25% off on that booth. So I don't remember if it was $15 or $16. This one, the one that we just fitted on our deco lamp, was $8. The lacing was a mess, just a complete wreck, so it had to be replaced, which is a remarkably simple job. If you can lace your shoes, you can relace a lamp. And here, this is the lacing, the exact lacing I used, and it's a two-tone green, which I thought went well with the lamp. Now, we are going to do this. We're going to be able to put together a little lamp relacing project. Jocelyn has a lamp which is currently being held together by the little twist ties that she got off the end of a loaf of bread. And she very kindly said, yes, we can have that, we can work on it. She also has a couple of shades, fiberglass shades, mid-century, that are filthy and need cleaning. So we're going to get those too, so we've got another project. But while I've got you here now, let's talk about modern Uno shades for a second. This is a modern Uno shade. Notice how the Uno apparatus is recessed. That's so you can just pop this on a lamp, cram it down, well, and it sort of works. The thing that is difficult about it is if you jostle this too much, it's just going to pop right off again. These are not expensive shades. Ordinarily, modern Uno shades are not a mark of quality shades. However, they are convenient. One of the selling features on it, believe it or not, is it's easier to change the light bulb. I can't help think that anybody who has trouble changing a light bulb, oh my God, how many jokes I remember about that. Well, if you can't change a light bulb, I guess there is no hope for you. But this, no. This is the sort of shade you use when you have no other choice. This little lamp, for example, had a clip-on shade, and it has a friend, so it's a pair. If I can find a nice set of mid-century clip-on shades for those lamps, that's what I'm going to do. If I can't, I will probably have to resort to modern Uno shades because the way these lamps are constructed, it would be, I don't want to say impossible, but extremely difficult to add a lamp heart. Ordinarily, adding a lamp heart is simply not a big deal. So now you've had a chance to see Uno shades, how simple it is to convert them into standard spider shades. The prices on Uno shades usually run in the range of 25% or less of what you would pay for the same shade if it were a standard harp shade. This one, as you can see, is a very good lamp size shade. It's perfect for a table lamp. The other one is a little smaller, but you know, you can find them in all kinds of configurations. This one is probably not going to be converted into a spider lamp. This one is probably going to have, I'm probably going to get a fabric covered cord, not unlike this cord, a nice little sleek canopy, a socket, preferably with a big fat clunky key, and I will probably turn this into a pendant lamp. Now, this would be terrific. Beautiful mid-century shade on an old cord with an atomic age canopy coming down over a mid-century dinette set. That would be great. And you see this a lot, not with old shades, of course. Usually it's with modern shades as pendant lamps in kitchens, in dining rooms. And that might be the future of this little shade. I haven't really decided yet. Okay, so learned something new about lampshades. Now, our giveaway extends until 11:59 this evening. This is Sunday, January 2nd. If you haven't got your comment in, get it in already. Oh, and I should say, Sunday, January 2nd, 2019, because who knows, people might be watching this video years from now thinking, oh, I need to find something tricky to say about Muhammad Ali. It will be ending this evening, and get your comments in. Looking forward to it. I am, in fact, reading all the comments, and they are just amazing. And I am going from laughing to crying to everything in between. Just beautiful, beautiful comments. So, got the giveaway coming up, and next weekend, our Saturday, which is our instructional video, is going to be opening our Etsy shop, and I'm thinking our Sunday video might be how to size a shade for a lamp, because people have been asking about that, how to choose the correct size and shape shade for a lamp. And while I've got all these lamps out, I might as well take advantage. Okay, have a fabulous week. I will see you next weekend, and just don't forget to add your entries to the contest, and good luck.